Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Lauren Cielo from Golden Rose Psychic Services.
And I'm Crystal Heinemann from Crystal Sunshine Psychic Services.
And this is the Metaphysical Q&A podcast,
where we make metaphysics crystal clear
and golden delicious.
Metaphysical QA is a subscription-based podcast that's going to shift the way each human views their experiences that they're having here on this earth plane.
That's right. Crystal and I are professional clairvoyant healers and teachers, and we think we can explain everything that you're experiencing in easily understood metaphysical terms.
And our viewers and listeners supply the questions. That's you all. So thank you. If you'd like to submit a question, would you please visit us on our website? It's www.metaphysicalqa.com, or please visit our Facebook page at Metaphysical Q&A. And if we use your question on one of our podcasts, one of us is going to send you a free reading.
That's right. So, Crystal, what are the questions for this episode?
Okay, Dr. Lauren, so our 3 questions today for Metaphysical QA. Our first one comes from Patricia in Vermont. Hello, Patricia. And Patricia wants to know, is there a metaphysical way to make myself look more attractive? Oh. Mm-hmm. And then question number 2 comes from Matt K. in Carlsbad. Hello, Matt. And Matt wants to know, he says, I recently went to a speed dating event. I stumbled on that because I was taken by surprise. I recently went to a speed dating event and I kept sneezing. Not over and over, but just random sneezes every now and then. But it was a really, really weird experience. What's going on? Am I allergic to speed dating? I may be allergic to speed dating. I'm right there with you, Matt. All right. And then question number 3 comes from Tammy in Scottsdale. And Tammy wants to know, she says, I go to happy hour often, but never seem to get any attention. How can I stand out in a crowd? So these are some great questions. And I think, Lauren, let's name this one the metaphysics of human sexuality.
Oh my goodness. Well, I hope I don't blush too much on this topic. But seriously, human sexuality is such a complex topic that even after answering these 3 questions, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't loop back around to this topic. What do you think?
Oh my goodness, I absolutely agree. I mean, we could actually base an entire podcast in itself about human sexuality and the metaphysical side of it. So,
all right, Crystal. Well, let's get on with question number 1.
I'm ready to dive in. Okay, Dr. Lauren. So, question number 1, and this comes from Patricia in Vermont. Thanks so much for submitting your question, Patricia. And Patricia says, she asks, is there a metaphysical way to make myself look more attractive? I love this question.
Well, first let's talk about why we look the way we do metaphysically. And probably unbeknownst to all of you that are watching this or listening to this podcast, you're psychic, you just don't realize it. And what I mean by that is you pick up information psychically, unconsciously. So when your physical eyes fall on somebody's physical body, there's actually more information that you're getting besides your optic nerve looking at their physical body. So one of the things that is in our aura and chakras and physical body are pictures. Now, Crystal and I call them pictures, and it's just little bits of information. And the reason we call them pictures is because when we clairvoyantly look at you, we can read your pictures. Now, even though you may not think you're psychic, you do the same thing, only you just don't realize it. So if somebody had a bunch of pictures in their aura or chakras, and you're looking through those layers of the aura and the chakras, you would be able to read that energy. And if that person who may not actually be too physically attractive, but has a lot of pictures in their space that are physically attractive to you, you're going to think they're good looking. All right. So you could reach back into your Akashic records and start to pull in those attractive pictures from other lives. But the catch there is that maybe what was beautiful in another life isn't so beautiful to the society that you're in now. So I think maybe an easier way and maybe a more accurate way to look more attractive might be to actually manipulate your astral body. And then the astral body's manipulation would transfer to the physical bodies. So let's do a little bit more metaphysical lecture so we can understand that. So you know that you have an aura, chakras, and a body, but you might not know that you have an astral body that superimposes over the physical body. Each and every night when you fall asleep, the astral body pulls itself out. The part of you that's in your physical body jumps into the astral body and off it goes. And every morning, the reverse happens. The astral body sits back into the physical body, and the part that comes into your body's back. So it would be possible to start to manipulate the astral body over and over and over. And each time that the astral body comes back into the physical body, those changes are likely to migrate. So it would be easy to pick a guide that could help you do that. We even have a specific type of guide that does those things. It's called a psychic surgeon. But see, the trick is here, Patricia, is that your psychic surgeon isn't going to know what you think is attractive, right? So you're going to have to say, my nose needs to be smaller, or maybe certain parts of my body need to be bigger or something like that. So I wouldn't leave it to a psychic surgeon to decide what you think would make you attractive. I would specifically tell them, this is how I want you to make me look. So that's what I got, Crystal. What do you say?
Excellent. Yeah, I'm right along the same lines with you. Exactly. And I'm so glad you mentioned psychic surgeon, because I was actually taking a peek at you, Patricia, and I was reading your aura, and then I was also reading your astral body as well, and then I was reading all your guides that are around you. And you do have a psychic surgeon that you can work with, and she's a lovely, lovely woman, and her name is Belinda. So Belinda, Belinda, and you can work with her. And the way that she showed me how she's going to work with you, so she's a psychic surgeon, like Lauren said, and what you would do is give her direction as well. This is what we want to do with all of our guides, but since we're talking about a psychic surgeon and metaphysically allowing you to be more attractive, wanting to be more attractive, so I would guide Belinda on what you want to do. It's essentially, do you remember that movie Weird Science? Remember that, Dr. Lauren, back in the 80s? It's almost as if, get an idea and go ahead and start sending Belinda some images, some mental images. That's a clairvoyant picture you're sending out to Belinda, to your guide. Talk to her inside your mind. Let her know what you find attractive. And the way that she shows me how she's going to work on your astral body is, it's almost as if she's like weaving almost like a loom up there. Like she has it and she's like weaving information into your astral body. So she's there and ready for you to work with her. So you can work with Belinda and again, just give her a set of guidelines as to what you find attractive. And it looks like you're in Vermont. So I'm glad that you mentioned about like what's attractive now may not be what was attractive in the past. And same for what's here on this earth plane here right now. Other cultures find other things attractive. So whatever you think that you find that would allow you to be more attractive, go ahead and give those guidelines to Belinda. You're a psychic surgeon, and you can work with a psychic surgeon for any sort of healing and working and adjusting your astral body, not just being wanting to become more attractive. You can work with her for anything in adjusting and healing your astral body. And once she does work on your astral body, like Lauren says, how your astral body will superimpose over your physical body, those healings will transfer into your physical body. So keep us posted, Patricia. All right.
All right, Crystal, are you ready for question number 2?
I'm ready.
All right. This one comes to us from Matt K. in Carlsbad, California, not too far from me, just a little bit north of San Diego. I recently went to a speed dating event, and I kept sneezing. Not over and over, just random sneezes every now and then, but it was really, really weird. So what's going on? Am I allergic to speed dating?
I love this question, and you're such a brave soul to ask it, Matt.
Admit. No, I'm kidding.
To admit it. Thank you so much, Matt, and for using your real name. So thank you. I know dating can be a bear out there, that's for sure. Well, congratulations on your speed dating. No, I don't think that you're allergic to speed dating. So let's go ahead and, as Lauren and I would say, below that picture. So now what I want to do is actually explain what that means. And if you're following here, you'll probably hear Lauren and I say a lot of the times, and we'll use it without even knowing we're saying it. Oh, blowing a picture. It's in our everyday metaphysical language. But really what that means is, and if you listen to the first segment, Lauren talked a little bit about what a picture is. So let me go into it a little bit further. A picture is just information that we carry in our energy field. And our energy field is our physical body, right? We have our chakras here. That's our energy field, and our aura. And so Lauren has talked about all of that in our last segment. And so we carry information all throughout our energy field. And we see them as pictures because we're clairvoyants. And the way that they are is there's a core picture, and then it's almost like a row of dominoes. We just have a lot of pictures that are lined up with the same information on them. So that's what a picture is. Now, when you are randomly sneezing, here's what's going on is you're blowing a picture. So you're blowing something, you're blowing that information out of your energy field. Now, what that means further is that that bit of information is being removed from your energy field, and then it goes to the Akashic records, right, that we just spoke about. Now, to dissect it even a little further, a random sneeze, you're actually blowing a sex picture. Are you too bashful over there, Lauren?
I think I'm hanging in there.
Okay. So you're blowing a sex picture, Matt. And now what I would suggest when you do randomly sneeze, if you could bring your awareness back to what were you just thinking about, you may think that maybe it was a little bit gross. You kind of relate it to whatever you were thinking about that and then relate it to a sex picture. You might be surprised, but that's the information that you're blowing from your field. Or maybe you're watching a movie and you're watching TV and all of a sudden you have a random sneeze. Go back to your awareness about what you were just thinking about and then relate it to sex. And that's what you're removing from your energy field right there. So I'm sure I am not surprised. And I think congratulations for you for randomly sneezing all throughout your speed dating. So if you didn't end up with a date at the end of that speed dating, be proud of yourself that you actually healed through and really changed your space throughout your entire speed dating event. Because say you randomly sneezed 3 times, you just removed 3 sex pictures out of your field. Lauren, do you have any information for Matt?
Yes, Matt, I was peeking at you while Crystal was giving you that metaphysical information. And my friend, I don't think speed dating is for you. When I look at your energy compared to the group energy, it's much, much different. And you're running like a yellow energy, and there's a little bit of black in there too, meaning that whenever we see black energy, it means it's not your information, it's not your energy. So I think maybe just even speed dating or that style of dating or just that energy of going into a place like that, I don't think it's your information. I think it's somebody else's. So I don't know how you felt about it or if you're continuing to do it, but I don't think it's your information. But you do go there to get information because that's the yellow that you're running. So you really are reaching out. You might think of it as actually penetrating their energy field, the people that are coming by, and that's what's causing you to be able to blow your pictures. So but the frequency between you and everyone else is so different. Now you might continue to go so you can sneeze and blow those pictures if you want to, but I don't think that you'll find a date there. I really don't. The frequencies are just too different. But you are learning things. It might be a way to think of it, learning what you like and what you don't like. And that would be what it would feel like to blow pictures. Because maybe we should just say this. I don't know if we've said it or not, but everything you think, feel, remember is a picture. So we react based on those pictures. So the more that we can release all of them, then we get a choice. Do we react or not react? And we'll probably talk more about that metaphysical concept as we weave our way through this podcast. I guess in a nutshell, you don't have to think or feel the way that you are if you don't want to. There's metaphysical ways to alter that. So anyway, for you, Matt, I don't think speed dating is going to get you a date, but it may hone in on what you're really sexually attracted to. So that's what I got.
Excellent.
Hope that helps. And get back to us. Okay.
In a speedy manner. All right, so we're on to question number 3. And question number 3 comes from Tammy in Scottsdale. And Tammy says, I go to happy hour often, but never really seem to get any attention. How can I stand out in a crowd?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, maybe the first segment would give you some more ideas on how to metaphysically look more attractive. But I think this question really kind of pushes us into glamoring. So let's talk about what glamoring is. It's really an old term. It means to make yourself look different than you actually are. Maybe it was with magic, right, back in the day. Well, of course, the word has come down to our makeup industry, where, Glamour magazine is really all about makeup. So these are some ways that you might be able to metaphysically glamour yourself for an event or a temporary amount of time, like at a happy hour. So there's 2 things I would suggest. The first is, as we talked about in the first segment, is when people are looking at you anytime, but during happy hour as well, they're also, again, reading all of the pictures, the information that's in your aura. So the most programmable layer of the aura is the 7th. It's the most farthest one away from your body. Layer 1's closest. So we all read each other's 7th layer, again, whether you realize it or not. So it would be really easy, again, to have some help with your guides, is to put information in that layer that makes it look like however you want to look. I usually say this when I'm teaching my students. If I wanted to go get a job as an engineer right now, I would have to shift all of the pictures that are in the 7th layer of my aura, because I don't look like an engineer to a hiring manager anymore. Right? If I energetically shifted it, then they would go, oh, they probably would overlook the 12 years that I've been a psychic. They might not even see it on my resume if I even put it on there. So that might be one way. And again, like Crystal mentioned it in the second segment, the things that we talk about you can extrapolate them into many other. If you want to look smart, right? If you want to look wealthy, reprogram the outer layer of your aura. And then this one, I have made suggestions to young women who were going to happy hours and wanted to stand out specifically. And let us know how this one works for you. Is because we read each other, it would be possible to create an image in your space that makes you look extremely sexually appealing, I guess. And so, what I suggested to these young gals was to create over their crown chakra, right over their head, a big, beautiful red, dew dripping rose, just this ultimate, over the top sexual, romantic image, and just hang it right over their head the whole time they're at the bar. And maybe every now and then just take a little notice of it, see if it's still up there, reimagine it, recreate it if need be. But give that a shot, my friend, and let us know how that works out for you. Crystal?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was writing down tips. I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I was actually taking a peek at you because that's exactly what I do. And I was a couple of things I was looking into. I was really pulling up your energy when you go to happy hour. I really wanted to see what your energy field was there. And I think you go with 2 or 3 different girlfriends because what the image that I saw was you were sitting at a circular table with 3 bar stools, and it was 3 of you girls there. But what I saw, which was I thought very significant, was yes, you're at happy hour, but it was like there was an energy shield around your table. That it was like a circular energy shield that just completely covered your table. And so no one can really get through you girls at this table. And so that was one thing. And then I wanted to take a look at your 7th layer of your aura. I really wanted to check that out. And guess what you had there? I saw a closed for business sign. Yeah. So I think that there's probably something where I'm gonna take a gamble at it that you probably have closed down maybe your heart a little bit from a past relationship, because I do see some energy in your heart space. And so I'm sending in my healing master right now to really kind of give you a little bit of a heart healing. But you do have a closed for business sign out there. So maybe you think that you're open for business, but you're really not. And so what I would suggest if you did, and you know what, this sign can be up for maybe you came right after work, right? And it's like you put that sign up and you're like, listen, shop's closed, I'm heading out to the bar, and maybe it just wasn't turned back around. But what I would suggest is when you do go to happy hour and you do go with your girlfriends, or whether you go alone, be aware of that energy shield that you have around you. So just be in agreement to go ahead and allow that wall to kind of break down, and then just kind of flip that sign over on the 7th layer of your aura that says, like, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm open for business, I'm ready to mingle. And whatever your attention is, whatever kind of attention, you are seeking at happy hour, then you're going to be, your energy field is going to be a lot more open to it. And I love the idea of placing that juicy red rose over your aura as well to see how that works for you. So I hope that answers your question, Tammy. And again, if you heard your questions here in this episode, would you please visit our website at metaphysicalqa.com, or check our Facebook page out also at Metaphysical Q&A. But if you did hear your question, once again, go to our website and there's going to be a free reading button there. Go ahead and click that free reading button so one of us will can get to you with your free reading.
Excellent. Well, Crystal, do you think we've done it again?
I do believe that we have done it yet again. We've made metaphysics crystal clear.
And golden delicious.
I'm checking on that red rose right now. Right now. Would you please visit our website at www.metaphysicalqa.com to subscribe and to also submit your questions. And if you're interested in any of my offerings, you can go and check my personal webpage out at www.crystalsunshinepsychicservices.com.
Excellent. And you can check me out on the internet at laurencielo.com and goldenrosepsychic.com.
All right, everyone.
Guess that does it. Bye-bye for now.
Please hang up and try again.